Most people that we know in this space, in the content creation space, that have been entrenched in here. Actually, a lot of the people that we might look up to or that you've been following, they're mostly on this entertainment side over here. They're creating really, really broad, really, really wide content, and they're mostly trying to entertain the audiences, because to be entertained is literally one of the easiest things that you can do, because everybody wants to be entertained. So you can get a lot of views over here. This is where you're literally going to be making, let me walk up to these people in the street and ask them, how much is in your bank account, or let me do this, or whatever you need to do essentially to make it so that 99% of the people in the world are qualified to get this. And like we talked about before, you get a bunch of views, you get a bunch of interests, and this is how you might get sponsorships or brand deals. But, I have done sponsorships and brand deals, and I can tell you it's actually laughable when they ask me to make a video for them and they offer me the price that they're going to make, because it's, with all due respect, it is literally one tiny little fraction what I could get if I just make a video that's probably easier for me to make on something I want to make and get my high ticket clients that way. Okay. Now let's talk about the education side, right? That's the other side of the spectrum. And this is going to be where you're actually creating content that solves a very specific problem for a very specific type of person, aka that quarterly meeting video that I created. That was pure education. It wasn't like I was dancing around, jumping down. It wasn't like I had all these graphics on the screen. I was literally walking through a quarterly planning agenda. Okay. That's snooze fest written all over it if I've ever heard that before. Yet, we get high ticket clients from it because I am creating content that educates people, and content that educates people lets people know that I know what I'm talking about. It positions me as an authority. I've now solved one problem that they've had, or shown that I can solve that one problem. And so now they want to go deep with me and work with me further. And just to kind of illustrate this point home, let's go back and let's think about on Instagram. Just think about the last 10 videos that you watched. Name one creator out of those last 10 videos that you watched if you were on the Discover page just scrolling through reel to reel. Name one person. I couldn't even tell you one of them, and I did it like an hour and a half ago, okay? Because this is just entertainment. Anybody can do it. I'm just like, okay, let me watch this for 90 seconds. Next one, next one, next one. I have no idea who that is. However, if I look at somebody and either on Instagram or on YouTube, and I'm watching a more in-depth video, and they're actually teaching me something new, I'm learning something different that I didn't know before, almost guaranteed I'm going to know who this is. Even on the education side, I was learning some stuff about, I'm about to buy a second home, and I was learning some stuff about the area that I'm going to and some of the rules and requirements you have to have when you're buying a home in this area. And so I was watching this guy cover all of this real estate and property in that town. I watched maybe 5 or 6 different videos of him, and I know exactly who this person is, and I might end up reaching out to him to get some help about buying this second house, right? So it has nothing to do with business. It has nothing to do with making money. It's just me buying this property. But because I didn't know, what are the setback regulations, what are the height regulations, how long would it take to build, blah, blah, blah. Because I didn't know that, I tried to look online for somebody who had the answer to that problem, and I knew exactly what that person's name is now. I know what they do, and I'm way more likely to reach out to them and work with them.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.